How to spot a fake Game Boy Advance game, and yes, it's 2020. Hi everyone, I'm Andrew, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at some of the telltale signs that you have a fake or a genuine Nintendo Game Boy Advance cartridge. And you may be saying to yourself, really, he's doing this video in 2020? Yes, I am. Why? Well, because there's collectors out there, and when there's collectors, there are things that cost a lot or are high in value, and people will still be making counterfeits. And so I'm going to cover some of the very basics of how to spot a cartridge that is genuine versus one that is fake. And there are specifics that we'll go into on all kinds of games. But this video I'm going to be talking mostly about how to tell across the board. So let's take a look at some cartridges, and you'll see. Now, the first thing you want to look at, some of these games like Texas Hold'em, you could pick this up for about $5. But Golden Sun and Metroid Fusion are about $30 online right now. And so you might want to make sure, especially if you're a collector and you're not just looking to play the game, you want to make sure that what you're getting is the real deal. So what you want to look at is, first of all, on the cartridge, you see I'm reflecting the light. You can see that indentation, that 00. There will always be an indented number on a Game Boy Advance game cartridge. It's somewhere, it's not always in the exact spot. Metroid Fusion, it's a little bit harder to see. It's a 15. You can see it right there. Almost looks like a scratch, but it's there. So that's what you want to look at, is that indentation number there on the label. Now, looking at the label, you want to make sure that the print quality is crisp and clear and clean. If the print quality is fuzzy, like if you can't actually read, let's see how close we can get with this camera. Okay, if you can't see the crispness of the ESRB and the Nintendo logo, if it's fuzzy or blurry, that is not up to spec. If we take a look at the Nintendo logo, this is their website, or that up, ESRB right there, that is they have very, very strict rules about what they can do with their logo and what they are not allowed to do. It has to be the right color, it has to be the right spacing, the right gaps, and if it's not to spec, then it is not genuine. That's a very easy tell. Same as well as the Game Boy Advance logo up there in the plastic. And there are other games, like I'll put a link in the description below, but if you do a Google search, you will see that there are all kinds of specific tells for specific game cartridges, but especially with Pokemon games, as they are worth a lot more money than most Game Boy Advance games, there are a lot of counterfeits out there. So another thing that you'll want to take a look at is the corners of the labels. The labels have specific dimensions. If they're rounded too much, or if they are smaller, or if the artwork is not centered on the label, that is a sign that you have a fake cartridge. Now, sometimes there might be mistakes here and there in general, so you want to look at all of these things all together. Now, if you look on the back, I'm not going to be taking these cartridges apart. I have security bits, but I don't have a security bit that small. But that is another sign. That security bit, as far as I know, is the standard bit for all Game Boy Advance games. Your game might vary, but the back has the Nintendo logo and it needs to look to spec as well. But if it's just got a Phillips screw or some other thing, you should be suspect. Now, if you look at the contacts on the inside, let's see if we can get a light down here. Change our camera angle. Right there on the inside, those contacts right above, I don't know if you could tell, but right above the contacts, it says Nintendo and the year. So the year, the Nintendo, and then there's some numbers. I don't know if that's showing up. And again, that is an indicator. You want as many of these positive indicators that it's genuine to be there on your cartridge. So those are some of the things, but like I said, there are different games that have specific things. And so do a Google search if you're looking for a specific game. But if you're just looking at games, and even in GameStop and places like that, they will pass fake games. I don't think I'm positive they're not doing it knowingly, but you know, they're not all trained to see all of the details. They're not opening and inspecting the boards to make sure it's genuine. But they might look and say, well, this is a fake game. Sometimes they'll look it up and say, this game doesn't even exist in our system. So that is what I wanted to tell you about. And I also have a few other things. In a future video, I'm going to be authenticating this. I picked this up on the eBay for $40. It is a Generation 1 Optimus Prime. And I actually got one of these as a kid. And so I'm going to compare it with my genuine one. I know it's genuine. It was from Toys R Us. I got it for Christmas. But this packaging just off the bat looks legit. And there's some very obvious tells that I think I got a genuine Optimus Prime on eBay. And I only paid $40. So I'll show you that in a future video. Also, I wanted to bring up a, let's see if I can do this. We might go dark for a second here, but I need to bring up an auction here. Okay, I'm going to be adding a picture to this. And this is an auction that's going on right now. So just bear with me here where we have the Nintendo website going on. On eBay right now is this auction. Nintendo Complete Collection of North American games being sold right now. If you have $59,000, you can own the complete set. And in the description, I read the description, they are saying that they have included, that they have opened up all of the cartridges to verify that they are in fact genuine. And so they have every single cartridge except one game that is not included, and they explain why in the description. But that is fascinating. If you are really looking to get into collecting, $59,000 is not chump change. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that helped. And if you would like more videos like this, click the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, video game related, activities and crafts, things that you can do to make game props and 3D print things on occasion. So we'll be doing all of that. But thanks for watching. Have a good day.